Hi and greetings to Jason. Now I would like to present about project 2, which is tool and die. My name is Nur Saficha binti Aras, matrix number 07DTP20F1009. For introduction, tool and die making, the industrial art of manufacturing stamping dies, plastic molds, and jigs and picture to be used in the mass production of solid objects. The fabrication of press working dies constitutes the major part of the work done in tool and die shops. For objective, to list die cutting operation and learn about punch die operation. Next, to expose the types of die in manufacturing process. And lastly is list each part of blanking die and perform a detailed drawing of blanking die. There are several of die cutting operation, which is plain blanking, piercing, blanching, cutting off and parting line, notching, saving, and lastly is trimming. This is the type of die in the manufacturing process. First is blanking dies. Blanking and punching dies are known as cutting dies. They may be simple, combination, or compound. A blanking die is generally cheaper to make and faster in operation than a trim die. Next is piercing die. Piercing is a shearing process where a punch and die are used to create a hole in sheet metal or a plate. The process and machinery are usually the same as that used in blanking, except that the piece being punched out is scraped in the piercing process. Next is bending dies. There are two methods of bending. First is V-bending, which shape punch forces the metal sheet off or strip into a wedge-shaped die cavity. And next is edge bending. A flat punch forces the stock against the vertical force of the die. Next is forming die. Forming die are typically made by tool and die makers and put into production after mounting into a press. The die is a metal block that is used for forming materials like sheet metal and plastic. Next is drawing dies. Drawing dies create the path shape by controlling metal flow into a cavity and over the forming punch. Next is progressive dies. More than one cutting operation will be performed in one stroke, but at different stage, and punch out sheet is progressing from one stage to another stage for completing the punching operation, so that blanking will be the last operation. Next is compound dies. If more than one cutting operation is performed in one stroke and at the one stage called is compound die. And last is combination dies. If more than one cutting and forming operation are combined and perform one stroke at one stage, is called combination die. This is the part of blanking die. First is punch holder, shank, knockout bar, knockout, die plate, guide bush, guide post, punch, spring, stripper ball, die holder, guide pin, punch plate, and lastly is dowel pin. For conclusion, as a conclusion throughout this project, tools, dies, and molds are fundamental to durable goods manufacturing. Tools are used to cut and form metal and other materials. Dies are metal forms used to shape metal in stamping and forging operations. Molds, also of metal, are used to shape plastics, ceramics, and composite materials. Not only that, tool and die makers play a valuable role in the manufacturing of machine parts that mold and aid innovation. As one of these specialty Machinists, tool and lice maker are able to see the impact their career has in the world and in various industries. This is often a very rewarding aspect of a professional career. Finally, multi-cavity blanking allows for part production on a greater scale, which also increases operation speed and output while maintaining control over accuracy for high-quality products with thick tolerance and minimal part-to-part variation. This also impacts material waste.